And on this episode, for Clearly Here for a Paycheck, we have this from Movie Magic. David Harbour says he can't wait for Stranger Things to finally be over. What an absolutely selfish thing to say. There are so many people in the world of acting that will never, ever get an opportunity like this dude had. I don't even think David Harbour is really that great. I mean, his best thing that I've seen him in was probably Violent Night. Or Silent Night. I don't know. The one where he plays Santa Claus. It was a fun movie, don't get me wrong. Red Guardian, he's an absolute waste. And Stranger Things, yeah. In the first few seasons, he was fun, but now it's like you're just phoning in at this point. I don't believe he remotely cares about acting whatsoever. So he has this to say. You get to a certain point where you're like, how much more story is there? Why would you say that? Why would you tell everyone, hey, I have no idea how they're continuing the story. They're just gonna run this thing to the end of time. And you know what? Stranger Things should have ended probably season 2. I understand why they're keeping this cash cow going because Netflix originals, you don't really have that much going on. However, this thing is getting way out of hand. I think they're gonna do what, like 3 mini movies? I think there's like 2 of them in November. No, I think there's like one in November, one in December, and one's like New Year's Day or something like that. And they're gonna be like 2.5 hours long. It's like, what exactly is this show anymore? Really, they should have ended this thing a long time ago, but they want to keep it going because they think this thing is gonna it's gonna shatter a record, but it costs so much to make. And honestly, I kind of forgot this show existed. I thought with COVID and the writer's strike, I thought they were just gonna quietly write this thing off, but these kids are now in their 20s now. I think Sadie Sink is a mother. Good for her. And Millie Bobby Brown looks 40? Like, a lot of things have changed in a short amount of time. So, yeah, back to his quotes here. You're having to play a lot of the same beats, and there's a feeling where you're like, I want to take a risk. I want to do something that people haven't seen me do. So, yeah, after 10 years, it's like, okay, David, I have seen you in a bunch of things. You're really not worth it. This dude is not like DiCaprio or Pacino or De Niro or any of those people like there that he's just waiting for that one breakout role to show that I truly am an actor among the actors. No. You're the fat bumbling guy. That's all you are. And you know what? To your credit, you do it very well. However, to sit here and say things like, I want to take a risk. I want to do something that people haven't seen me do before. David, you keep taking these roles. You do realize, right? Like you can easily say, "No, I don't want to be the big fat dumb idiot." But no. He realizes his place in Hollywood, and I get that. I truly understand that. But don't make it sound like you're better than what you are. In 10 years, you had a job. Obviously, it's not a season a year, I get that, but 10 years is a long time to be on a show. A lot of people do not get that luxury, David. A lot of people do not get series where he's not even the main character in it. He's just a side character in it. And he still gets a paycheck. And he still gets opportunities. And by doing it, he still has opportunities to go out and do other movies as well. Is he doing Oscar biopics or anything like that? No. I saw a really good fan casting where he should have been Jumba from Lilo and Stitch. I think that would have been pretty good. I heard someone say it on a podcast. I'm like, wow, that is actually a really good fan casting. But no. He's Red Guardian. That's that's what he is. I have no idea what upcoming roles he has, but it ain't gonna be like, Bob Dylan biopics, or I think what we got a Bruce Springsteen movie coming. I was like, I can't even think of where I would even fan cast him for anything. He has no range whatsoever. So to sit here and make it sound like, no, I'm being held back. I'm like, oh, what more story is there? You should be on your hands and knees every single day, thanking Hollywood for giving you an opportunity. You should be doing nothing. Because what a quote right there. Just imagine the new Stranger Things season's coming out. And he's right there telling you how much story could they possibly have left. So that tells me right there is nothing going on with this final season. This season, who cares about it? They're just going to stretch this thing out to the end of time. They're just cramming it full of nonsensical storylines to keep this thing going. This is what one of your stars is telling the audience about their product. Unbelievable. These people are just beyond tone deaf. And honestly, we can get rid in a few years. I'm telling you, man, I'm trying to find the perfect software. I cannot find the perfect thing yet, but as soon as I can get my hands on such an AI software, I'm gonna be pumping out movies. And you know what, David Harbour, you're gonna be irrelevant in a few years. You're telling me we can't just create an AI dumb bumbling fat fool? It's so easy. It's gonna be so easy. So yeah, Stranger Things coming up. I think, like I said, I think there's like 3 movies coming out: November, December, and January. But I've lost all interest, and like I said before, I forgot this show even existed. But in the end, what do you guys think about that?
We're not like you.